Good evening. We are live. Welcome to a very new stream. Dear traders, I welcome you behalf from the financial analyst family, and we are very happy and thrilled to meet you once again in another week. Today's week will be basically last week was amazing. This week there are still a lot of chances that we can make a good amount of profit on trading. I'm your host and your financial analyst. My name is Akash Malhotra, and I'm very thrilled to see you. Welcome to another stream. Every week, we basically come and discuss our market analysis, our psychology of the trading, how the market can behave under the different circumstances, what are and will be the new trading ideas. These are all the details that we in this conversation share our views on. Our objective always has been to benefit traders if they wishes to take the trade in fixed time trading, forex trading. The longer objective is to make your trading profitable in the longer run. I welcome you behalf again from the financial analyst team. Very happy and excited because for today I have lots of good news to share with you. Welcome to another stream. If you have any questions, you know the drill. You have the comment section dedicated on that. We as a financial analyst team, we wanted to build a community where we basically share our trading ideas. At the same time, to build a profitable community where we share our insights about the market fundamentals, and how these fundamentals can affect us in more broader sense. So thank you for joining. If you like today's stream, make sure you click on this like button, subscribe to Olymptrade Practice, and share with your friends, your fellow traders, your your fellow investors who feel like trading is a very different thing and it is very difficult to make profit in the financial market. It is certainly not if you know the fundamentals of the market. To clear your fundamentals, I'm here to help you out and guide you through your entire trading journey. The reason why we do what we do is just to help and build our trading community in a such a robust manner where we as a trader or investors we share our equal proportion of knowledge, and from that knowledge our objective is to gain the maximum profitability in the upcoming run, and that is what we shall be doing. We have a couple of more comments. Welcome to the stream, dear traders. Asaji said, hello, sir. Asaji is one of my old client and welcome to the stream. Asaji, I'm very happy to see you. Welcome to the stream. Mr. Gopinathji said, hello, Gopinathji, welcome to the stream, sir. Welcome. I am very happy and thrilled to share the market analytics with you. So for today's first 10 minutes, we'll be talking about one of the major aspect of trading, and that is the heat map. We all are aware about heat maps. Probably from last couple of sessions, I will keep on telling you how the heat map works. I really want or encourage you to give me your comments. How do you feel these sessions are working? I mean, do you like these sessions? Is there something that you want to share? Maybe something that you wish for to in terms of learning perspective, if you wishes to learn more on which particular topic is your area of interest more. Is it fixed time trading, forex, and we will be sharing your insights. Welcome to the stream. Mr. Mallikarjunji said, hi, good evening, Mr. Mallikarjunji. Arjunji said, hi, sir, please help me with the market research on crypto and USD JPY. Arjunji definitely will be sharing our insight. Let's just start with the analysis. We'll start with an analysis. Let's wait for a couple of more minutes for the traders to join and we'll start our conversation very soon. Mr. Gopinathji said, hi, Gopinathji, once again, welcome to the stream. Happy to see you, sir. Dear traders, I'm very happy the fact that the after tomorrow producer price index data is lined up. Not only that, CPI data is also lined up. Acha, let me know in the comment section how many of you did you profit in the last non-farm period. Last non-form period, it was exciting. I get a lot of feedbacks from the client. This is something that we had discussed in the last session. From starting from the last week, I'm keep on telling client that the non-form payroll will be amazing and you will be having a very good amount of profitability if you know how the non-form payroll works. Let me know in the comment section how many of you, dear traders, you have invested in non-form payroll. What's your opinion of non-form payroll? Did you were able to make or generate profit in the last non-farm payroll? I'll share my insights with you, and stay tuned for today because I have a couple of more signals especially on Forex, to help you out even better. Rajdeep ji said one good question. Welcome to the session, Mr. Rajdeep. Rajdeep ji said, brother, Olymptrade का MT4 version download के लिए available नहीं है क्यों? Unfortunately, it is way long back. The Olymptrade has stopped supporting MetaTrader 4. The fact of the matter that Olymptrade has made this platform in such a unique manner where you basically can take the trade on the Olymptrade platform rather than using the MetaTrader. Sometimes there are some good parts of MetaTrader MT4 and sometimes there are bad part of it, but we are finally able to build a platform where everything is available at your disposal, a way better platform. We are trying to make far better handy for you if you take the trade in Forex specifically, Mr. Rajesh. That is the reason you are not able to check the platform in there. Okay, let's start with our analysis. So, dear traders, if you remember, we'll start with the analysis. So here is the heat map. So we'll just quickly go through the heat map for like around 5 to 6 minutes, and then we will start with the major analysis part, and I'll try to give you some trading ideas or tips based on it. So if you remember, this is the heat map. Now, what heat map basically means? The heat map basically contains the average price movement that the market has from last day, or if we select a week, or if we select on hour basis, it basically shows us the fluctuations in the market in the form of strong red, mild red, green, mild green. So the stronger, if you see the stronger the green, it indicates that means the higher amount of buying is basically going on. Then I mean, then on the day basis, the fluctuation in the market happened greatly when the color indication is in the form of green color. Strong green indicates. Whereas if you'll see there are some assets on which a mild red is been seen, that means on 1 day performance basis, the market decreases substantially, not to that great extent, but substantially. And these will basically indicate us to give us whether we could have a trading idea on it or not. So let's continue our session. So dear traders, if you'll see, especially on the last Friday, non-farm payroll was released. Non-farm payroll was amazing in its own way, and the way we responded, if you remember last week, I was continuously having conversation with you where I told you Bitcoin has the highest chances of rising, and this can be easily predicted from this cryptograph. So the non-farm payroll data was raised, which basically yielded the market to rise. And that is the reason if you'll see on Ethereum, we basically open up a trade and we were waiting for the market to rise, and finally the market started rising. Remember this, still there are good chances for all the cryptocurrencies to be on the rising side, to be on the rising side. Mr. Asadji said, sir, follow the signal from gold and I get profit. Congratulations. Thank you very much for sharing your feedback. This basically helps our community to know about the financial market to the deepest extent. Mr. Dinesh ji said, sir, I lost my money. I'm very sorry for your losses, Mr. Dinesh ji. Let me know what trading time are you preferring? Are you taking the trades more on fixed time trading or Forex? Which one do you like more? And what is your trading time? Is it 1 minute, 5 seconds, duration 23 hours? The smaller the duration that you select, the higher the chances for the trade to become more profitable. And that is the reason if you'll see, we are taking some trades, although some of the losses that we had previously has been completely recovered. There is another trade which we have took for around 2 hours, and I'm very positive that there are good chances for AUD JPI. It's highly oversold now. Good chances that it will be keep on rising. So it based on what analytics that you follow, fixed time trading or Forex. In any way, we still have a substantial profitability margin if you know how the market behaves. Welcome to the stream. Once again, Mr. Yunis ji said, hi, welcome to the stream, Yunis ji. Mr. Frederick ji said, is there any way to predict the Broom STM 150 or 300? Okay, so let's start with that. So if you look into the Boom STM, we'll click on here, Boom STM, right? So if you'll see the average number, so here it is reading Boom STM 150, right? So let's just click on here, Boom STM 150. What it basically indicates, if you switch the graph to 1 minute duration, remember when you are selecting to take the trade on Boom STM, majority of the time you have to select the candle for 1 minute duration. Now if we are able to figure it out, majority of the time the market falls down and it rises rapidly. So therefore, sometimes there is a possibility that slippage can occur. In 150 ticks, that means it is calculating or averaging last 150 seconds. So in order to make profit on Broom or Crash HTM, they work exactly opposite in each way. So let's take an example. So let's just suppose I have selected Crash HTM. From the figure, it is quite convenient that 150 ticks, it basically falls down. So what we will do, we'll take the trade after 2.5 candles. 2.5 candle basically contribute to 150 seconds. So in order to make profit in this, we wait for 150 seconds. That means at least 2.5 to 3 candles has been formed. We take the trade, we scalp our way out, we make the profit and we leave the market. Do not think of keeping the trade alive. Now, if you will see, the best part is it basically majority of the time rises, right? In order to capitalize on it, 150 ticks, that means we wait for 3 candles to form and we take the trade on fourth candle. We make 10 to 15% of the initial profit and we close the trade. That is how we take the trade on STM, specifically STM. Average number of falls down are from 2.5 candles. If you'll see, that is the reason we never took the trade. We waited for 3 candles to happen. And one of the best thing is we use zoom out, first of all, observe whether the market is rising or not. If the market is rising, then only it would be a convenient option to open up the trade. Only after, if you'll see 150 ticks, that means after 150 seconds, we take the trade. We stay there for like 15 to 20 seconds. We scalp our way out and we close the trade. That is how we take the trade. Mr. Frederick on Forex. Unfortunately, we do not have signals. I could have shown it to you once again. But and exactly, it's a different form of trading on 300. In 300, that means 300 seconds. That means 1 minute, 5 candles. We took the trade on the sixth candle. We make the profit and we leave the market. Mr. Hari ji said, hi, good evening, Hari ji. Welcome to the stream. Mr. Deepak ji said, मुझे trading सीखना है. Deepak ji, the very first thing as a trader you should know is the candlestick formation. Go to help option, go to help center, and here type candle. Just type candle. And our product team has basically created all the knowledge base that you will need. On education session, you have to type candle, and everything has been associated with the candlestick has been shown here. The engulfing, the bearish engulfing, the bullish engulfing pattern are being basically shown here. Mr. Mohammed ji said, please, sir, today start Forex trading. We will be doing some Forex trading, Deepak ji, that's for sure. So let's start with the market analysis. If you know, the non-farm payroll was released in the last week, right? Let's go to economic calendar. And our hypothesis was there are good chances for gold and even Bitcoin prices to start rising. So what the first thing comes into your mind? The non-farm payroll data was way worse than expected. So US employment has been decreasing because of the tariff which Donald Trump is basically applying, Mr. President has been applying on the different countries, which basically yielding that the number of jobs created in the August month was just 22,000. It's way worse than anticipated. And another worst part is the unemployment rate decreased from 4.2 to 4.3%. That's the only reason these two data were negative. And if we look exactly according to Indian Standard Time, which is GMT of plus 530, every currency associated with the USD in the base side, that means USD is in the first side, started collapsing. And the collapse was not the small collapse, but it was one of the biggest collapse. The market started falling down and the trend continuation pattern has been seen. Something which benefited from this situation was gold. If you remember, dear traders, my fellow investors, I suggested you that the gold has the highest chances to break all the records, and it did. And this is what the amount of profit we are holding it on. We invested basically $100 in here and finally able to make close to 450% just by investing in here. That means close to 450% profit. That's a humongous amount of profit that we were able to achieve in the financial market. That's an amazing thing to see. Uh, Mr. Sudesh, bro, I got lost. I'm very sorry for you. Please let me know what trading time are you selecting. Deepak ji said, "मुझे trading का signal चाहिए." Deepak ji, signals are something that you need to able to like. We can guide you through how to differentiate between the signals, but do not completely rely on others. Make sure you understand the market and then you choose your trading strategy accordingly. Mr. Chandra ji said, "Gold and silver signals fixed time." if you are looking for the signals in gold and silver. So gold, as I told you to your traders, has a substantial chances of rising and it will be keep on pushing itself in the upward direction. The reason is Fed will be decreasing the interest rate on exactly 17th of September. There are high chances for the US chairperson, federal chairperson Jeremy Powell, because of the worst unemployment data on 17th of September, Fed will be decreasing an interest rate. Because of that, gold on 17th will be pushing itself in the higher side. That's one signal from my end. Because of the decrease in the interest rate, you know what will rise once again? Cryptocurrencies. And if we name the cryptocurrency, Bitcoin is one of the biggest player in the market as of now. So if the Bitcoin keep on rising, Ethereum will follow it. One of the amazing part is Bitcoin will start to increase by 1 or 2%, but Ethereum will try to increase by a bigger margins compared to Bitcoin. So stay tuned for that. All the alternative cryptocurrency, they have substantial chances of rising once again. In fact of the matter, some of the assets are still been keep on rising. Dogecoin, if you'll see, close to 7% variation in a day. Solana increased 5%. Stellar increased close to 3% if we selected the moderate form of multiply, even 10. Yeah. I can suggest you that in the longer run, keeping a trade with the 10x as a multiplier has a substantial chances for the market to rise once again. So keep a very closer look on it. Mr. Mishraji said, I am unable to take decisions in closing. Sir, always remember 1:2 or 1:3. So let me give you an example. So suppose I open up one trade in fixed time trading. Let's take an example for Bitcoin, right? I open up one trade on $100 with, let's just suppose, of moderate multiplier of 50. I took the position on the buying side. But in order to understand where to close the trade, you have to select the stop loss and take profit. So what I'll do in terms of percentage, let's just suppose I want to risk close to 30%, right? I'm taking the risk of 30%. In this situation, my take profit margin would be double of my stop loss. That means 60%. 1:2 ratio. That means I'm risking 30% of capital in order to make 60% of the profit. That is what, as a financial analyst, you should be able to determine. As a trader, we should be able to understand this part. Mr. Pankaj, I hope I answered your question. 1:2, that means 30 to 60, or even you can go ahead with 1:3, but the chances of hitting 1:3 is very slim, unless you have some good analysis, or even analysis on the gold could be yielding you a good profitability. Mr. Abdul ji said, hi, hello, Abdul ji, good evening. Welcome to the stream. Mr. Frederick ji said, hey, one more question. I'm still learning Forex. What would be your preferred original Forex or stimulated Forex like boom? Sir, if you're trying to learn about Forex, first of all, try to learn how the multiplier works. Now, if you want to know how multiplier works, even if you invest $1, multiplier increase your capital to 50 times. That means your invested capital will become 50x, and even 1% in the variation, it will be multiplied by the multiplying factor of 50. So your 1% profit will turn out to be 50%. I'll give you an example. So recently what I did, if you'll see on $1,200 which I've invested in Bitcoin, the market just turned around 9.81%. And here I use just 10 as a multiplier, and I'm able to get like how much? 9% profit. Whereas another trade which I have taken on little correction, $200, here the multiplier I have selected was 50. And in this situation, 1% market rose, and the profit basically multiplied by 50 times. The percentage variation by was multiplied by the multiplier, and now my profit is closing to 78%. So the difference in the profitability is because of the multiplier we have selected. Mr. Frederick ji said how to develop a strategy. Now, in order to develop the strategy in Forex, we always look into 30 minutes duration in Olymptrade platform. You have bunch of tools available. You can go to strategies option here. Some of the strategies are free of cost available to you, which you can see on the starter level. If you have advanced and expert status, you can click on the strategy. Let's just suppose in this situation, I'm selecting rodeo strategy. I enable the candle for 30 minutes duration, and the signal generated would be re-entry, the candle green, and upward direction trade I would have taken. So this can be useful for any asset that you select, not only on the crypto asset, but all the assets, dear investors. If in except the crash STM, it is very difficult to develop the strategy. So you have to go with the candlestick analysis pattern here, right? So if you want to take the down trade, re-entry, red candle down trade, that is how you can use the strategy part for yourself. Let me remove this and get back to my original chart. Mr. Maglaji said, how will the economic calendar help? Now, let me give you a very good idea what will happen in the next couple of days. I want you to practice this approach. If you want to know about economic calendar, let me know in the comment section how many of you are interested to learn about economic calendar and give you exact analysis for it. Let's take an example. So in this week, we have two major data releases. Producer price index. This data will be released day after tomorrow. Now, how can this impact the market? This is according to GMT of plus 5306 p.m. If you do not know your local time, you can change the local time according to the numbers which are suggested here. For India, it is standard GMT of plus 530. Let's just suppose I wanted to observe PPI. Let me give you an example. Based on my experience that I had from a very long time, PPI every time whenever the PPI data release, news release is there, in whichever the direction the very first candle goes, market usually reverses position. To give you a correlation on this, let me show you this. Let's click on PPI. What is PPI? PPI basically shows an inflation in the manufacturing price of goods. So take an example. We'll take any example. So let's take the previous example. The last time on 14th of August, the PPI data was released. So what we'll do, we'll go to economic calendar. We'll select 14th of August. And in 14th of August, we can see that the PPI data was green. Now, since the PPI data was green, so that means USD could have followed in upward direction. That is the first thing which basically comes into the minds of every trader. So let me select a graph for 5 minutes and I'll show you exactly when the market started moving in opposite direction. So 14th of August is something that I'm about to show you. You can do your own reverse analysis. That's the very first thing we'll be doing. Let's go to 14th of August, exactly at 6 o'clock. Can you see this? So the data was green. The market rose substantially for the first 5 minutes. And from this tail confirmation, the market reverses. This is exactly what happens on every PPI. Close to 80% of the time, any currency which contains USD in it, in whichever the direction the candle moves after the data release, it usually reverses position. So if you want to make profit in this, you wait for the market to rise and then wait for this tail to form. As soon as this tail form, you take the trade in downward direction in fixed time trading in any particular asset of your choice. May it be USD, JPY. You can also try this one out in gold because in gold, the market do get reverse. In fact, let me show you one analysis that I made. This is the last analysis that I'll be showing you to, but it's an amazing way to understand the market. On 14th of August, that is what we are shuffling our graph on to show you even if it impacts gold or not. On 14th of August, exactly at 6 o'clock. Okay, somewhere here on 18. Yeah, can you see this? Dear traders, the market moved down because the gold always varies inversely proportional to USD. That means if the USD rises, gold fall down, and then it recovered. This basically helped me to make close to $170 profit based on this signal. So if you want to use this opportunity, couple of days later, that means day after tomorrow on 10th of August, in whichever the direction the very first candle go, will have an option to open up a trade in opposite direction. Just wait for a tail something like this to form, and as soon as it did, you can take the trade in opposite direction. That would be the very first opportunity that you will have. Mr. Little Vlogs of Abdul World, sir, when will you give the signal for? I already did, sir. You will have a fantastic opportunity to take the trade in opposite direction. So let's just suppose day after tomorrow, if the PPI data basically falls, because of which, let's just suppose gold falls exactly at 6 o'clock in downward direction, you can take the trade in opposite direction as soon as the market falls for gold exactly at 6 o'clock on 10th of August. Mr. Paul ji said, I'm still watching my first time here. Welcome to the stream, sir. I really am loving it. Thank you very much for your overwhelming comment. This is why I do what I do, to guide you through the difficult situation. Welcome to the stream. Mr. Chandraji said a fixed time up and down signal, sir. I already have stated the signal. Mr. Heads, like you want to join the company. Heads, like you want to join. Unfortunately, I'm not able to understand what you mean to say in here. Mr. John said, explain how to interpret economic calendar. So the one of the easiest way to do is go to investing.com on the homepage itself and then go to economic calendar. There are majorly six events that hampers the performance of the market. The very first thing that you do is you select the time frame according to the place where you live in. Let's just suppose you live in Dubai, you can select GMT up +4. If you live in India, you can select GMT up +530. Go to filters and select it 3 stars here. Watch out for the major economic news data. Let's just suppose for tomorrow, I think on this week itself, day after tomorrow, watch PPI exactly at 6 o'clock. As I told you, take the trading demo account in opposite direction and we'll see whether the market reacts or not. Mr. Khan said, I want to learn. Mr. Khan, we definitely will be able to learn in the personal session. There are a bunch of things that you can learn from the financial market. Mr. Parajji said, hello. Hello, Parajji. Good evening. Mr. Nunajji said, yes, sir. Welcome, sir. Abdulji said, sir, signal. I just have stated, sir. Mr. Cat Lover said withdrawal not working. It will definitely work. I would recommend you 90% of the withdrawals are processed within 24 hours. So wait for the withdrawal to get processed. Try to avoid taking withdrawals on Saturday and Sunday since they are non-working days, so it will take a little amount of time to process. But on working days, it will be all right. Mr. Khan ji said 10th of September, right? Yes, Mr. Khan, 10th of September, sir. Which duration time is the best? Sir, it based on your preference. If you look into my trading history, I majorly see the candles for 1 minute duration. Fixed time trading, take the trade for 2 to 3 minutes. And if I switch the graph to 5 minutes duration, I look into the patterns like engulfing pattern, something like that. If the engulfing pattern happens to be there, I take the trade accordingly and vary my time duration. Mr. Tushia ji said, hi, good evening, Mr. Tushia. So, dear traders, this week, good chances for Bitcoin. All the cryptocurrency has a substantial chances of rising till 17th of this month because Fed will be releasing its interest rate and it will be hampering the performance of the market to an amazing way. Keep a closer look on it. Dear traders, if you have any feedbacks that you wishes to give me in the next session, what would be the best topic that you want to learn about? We can share the insights with you. Thank you very much for staying ahead with me. It means a lot. As a financial analyst, again, our journey to for trading would be a little difficult, but this is where I come in. We will try to guide you through the different situations in order to achieve the profitable margin, which is our substantial goal. Thank you very much for having me. Asadji said, great session. Thank you very much, Asadji, for your lovely comment. It was lovely to have conversation with you. In case you need any assistance, I will be reading your comments. Let me know in the comment section what do you feel about today's session. Let all the traders know that it is very easy to make money in the financial market unless you know how to do it. Thank you very much for joining today's stream. My name is Akash Malhotra and I will be signing off for today. I wish you all the best. Make sure on couple of days later, that means on Bitcoin, on gold, have a very keen look on the market and it will have the strongest chances of giving you the profitability. Thank you very much for having me for today. Good luck. Have a great day ahead. I'll see you into the next one. Bye bye, dear traders. My name is Akash Malhotra and I'm signing off for today. Thank you very much.